This is filet mignon and oxtail pho. If you guys want to learn how to make this in the IP, it is only 35 minutes total. Continue to watch. The meat is like soft, falling off the bones. This is how I make my pho. Hey guys, so today we're gonna be using the Instant Pot to make the pho. If you guys don't have one, you need to get one. It will simplify your life like by tenfolds. These are all the ingredients that I'm gonna use to make pho. The boys like to eat chicken with pho, so that's my like secret ingredient. I'm going to be using oxtail. The bones today were frozen at the grocery store. This is a big piece of filet mignon, and that is what I usually make or use for my pho. These are the spices that I use. There's ginger, onion, and a chayote, which I use, which is a squash, a Mexican squash. And I don't like to use daikon because I don't like the smell, but this one is what I use. Saute mode right now. The water is starting to kind of bubble a little bit, not too much. Then I'm gonna stick the oxtail in once it boils, and I'm gonna blanch it all in one pot so I don't have to wash like a whole bunch. While this is going on and waiting for that to be heated up, I'm going to start cutting into the filet mignon. Now, I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm just gonna use, just like a little bit. And then I cut into sections, I clean up, I take out all this tendon right here, you're gonna see later. And then I freeze the parts that I won't need to eat. Like I don't need yet. It's like, it only sells into this big thing, and then the butcher does not cut it for you. Like you have to cut it yourself. But believe me when I say this is the best piece of meat to put into your bowl of pho. Okay, so we're gonna start cutting this up. This piece of meat here with all this blood is very, very bloody. So I have a towel laid down, you got your gloves on, and I think I'm just gonna cut this in threes. I can freeze it in 3 batches. I'm gonna cut straight into the bag. Yeah, I'm gonna toss that into this all here. See that blood is dripping everywhere. And this is the piece of tendon that you need to get rid of right here. Okay, so it's easier if you just prep everything. Then you can stick it into the freezer, and you can always use this piece of meat. Filet mignon is good for bò chiên bơ, bò nhúng giấm, stuff like that. See, this piece is very chewy, and there's no way you can, it's barely even edible. Right here, you see how it just comes out like that? I'd like to find a placement in and dig my knife in and then just go. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then I'm gonna put this away. It's boiling now, and I am going to start putting the oxtail inside so it can blanch. We are just using one pot to do everything today. And I do need a saute pan as well. All right, and I chopped up the filet mignon really fast. Usually if it's frozen, it's really easy, like partially frozen, it's easier to get it thin. But if it's filet mignon, don't worry about it being too thin. I don't really peel too much of, okay. I usually make like a little star on the butt. Something like that. Like a sticky residue. Sticky in your hands. So I like to wash it. Put this in half. And there's a seed in there, so I just pop that out. Okay, and then you can just start turning it. You see it's charred a little bit here and there. Okay, so now that the bones have already, boiled for a couple minutes, I'm going to dump it into the strainer and wash it. I'm gonna sprinkle in some kosher salt, and then I'm just gonna wash it, scrub it. Okay, now my pot looks really empty. I usually have a lot more bones in here, but today I'm just gonna make it really simple. Water. I'm gonna stick in about 2 tablespoons of salt. Well, this is gonna be a big stock here. And then 1 tablespoon of sugar. And 2 tablespoons of chicken cayenne powder. So this is what we got here. Chicken powder, some sugar, and some salt. We're gonna stick in what we roasted earlier. This child in Vietnamese called su su. Stick in your onion right away. Pieces of ginger. I'm gonna stick in 4 of these seasoning cubes in here, directly in here, and then we're gonna fill it up to the max line. I stuck in those seasoning cubes there. It's optional. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I don't have time. I really just like it because it enhances the broth a lot. So somebody said to me, add in hot water and it'll cut the cooking time down. So it's reaching the max line. Let's just turn off the water. Sure, it's on the ceiling vent here. And then I'm going to set it for, let's just do meat and stew. Oh, it's already 45. I'm just gonna go all the way down to just 25 minutes because I'm still going to cook the meatballs and everything else and the seasoning, the dry seasoning spices. I don't add this in yet because it makes the water too dark. This you only need the last 15 minutes. The veggies, I just cut up all the cilantro and then I'm going to cut up the scallions, the green onions. I'm just gonna cut the white part like 2 inches. I cut it in about 2 inches and then I'm gonna cut the rest. I sliced it pretty paper thin. Okay guys, so it's all done. The pot built pressure. I let it natural press for release for about 10 seconds now. I'm going to quick release it. It's out of my spice bag. Okay, now we're gonna release it. This is what it looks like inside. I'm going to discard the onions and the ginger and the squash. I discarded everything. I took it outside, put it in a bowl, and I'm gonna throw it away. You don't need this. It's a good time to taste your pho, and I just tasted it. And I'm not sure if I'm like 100% with it yet. Some more sugar, salt, and chicken cayenne powder. About a tablespoon each of them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this off. And then I'm going to add the chicken. And don't worry, I washed the chicken, guys. I did. You stick your seasoning bag in that you had earlier. I'm gonna stick one of the bags of this. It comes in 2, but I'm gonna stick one bag in there. Okay, stick those bags in there. Then let's close it up. Make sure to push down the pressure. Turn it to seal one more time. And then we are going to pop it for 10 minutes. Let's do soup. There's normal pressure. We're gonna do 10 minutes. I'm taking a break. I've been on my feet all day and I have Braxton Hicks right now. My stomach is tightening up. So I just wanted to explain why I'm doing it again and putting the seasoning bag like later on instead of putting it all at the same time. It's because I found out that when I put in the seasoning bag for too long, the soup, like the broth isn't as clear. You don't need that seasoning in for more than like 15 minutes in the Instant Pot because it's like a combustion of flavor. It's too much. It's too overpowering. Also, I don't put fish sauce into the pot when I cook it because the next day it becomes sour. And I've done that before as well. And I mean, it's okay to put it into your bowl and eat it. Or let's say if you're going to clean up that pot that day and eat everything and not save anything for the next day, then it's fine to put the fish sauce in. But I think that when you eat it the next day or reheat it up, it becomes sour. A lot of people are very like, like offended if you use hoisin sauce and sriracha like directly into your bowl like right away without tasting the broth. But I honestly don't care because I don't think that the Instant Pot took me too long to make the broth. So, you know, to each their own. Doesn't matter. You can just throw in as much as you want. That's how Don eats his pho. He puts in like, I don't even know. I really don't. I'm not offended at all. So if you ever eat my pho and you put whatever in there and change it to whatever the taste that you like, then go on ahead, you know. All right, well, I'll update you guys in a little bit. So it's going, again, the pot is going for about 10 minutes. And then we are going to take the chicken out. Yeah, so that's that. And then prep your vegetables, like clean your bean sprouts and wash your culantro. And then get your noodles ready because you're going to eat a 5 bowl of pho. Get ready. Alright guys, so I just opened it up. It was done. I quick released it again. I took the chicken out. Chicken is right here, and then I'm going to add in beef balls. Keep warm. I'm going to put on some saute, and then I'm going to add the beef balls. We're going to add this as well. Meanwhile, I have a pot of water here so that I can start boiling the noodles. The boys are hungry. Get the bánh phở tươi, the fresh one from the refrigerated section, and I just like to wash it. Rice noodle sticks, and I'm going to just blanch it into this boiling water. Only like 5-10 seconds. Just stir it around. Dawn is helping me prep for the boys right here. They're gonna eat. I'm the only one who eats herbs, so I only washed a little bit. And Dawn likes a lot of lime, so I cut up like 2. And every time you pick a lime, make sure you pick a lime with a really smooth skin. That's how you know it has a lot of juice and the skin is really thin. You see all that? The skin is really thin and you will get a lot of juice out of it. Okay, blanch the noodles for Don. I'm going to prep his bowl now. He loves filet mignon. Got a little station going here. Got filet mignon here. I got the cilantro and scallions. I have hanyang and this whole station lime, whatever. And that is a bowl for Don. He does not eat oxtail. And I don't even know if he's gonna like these meatballs, but that is his bowl. And it's
delicious.
Look at Dawn. Now the boys wanna eat. Mommy toy.
It's gotta taste just right. It's gotta be spicy, but it's gotta have a little kick to it, a little bit of sweet from the hoisin sauce, and then a little bit of sour. So all 3 mixed together is trifecta.
Trifecta, okay.
Delicious.
Bự đâu? Buồn bự đâu? Buồn bự, úi trời ơi, bự quá. Buồn bự.
Eat my belly.
Yeah, phở ngon không? Yummy?
I take the... Me too. Me too.
Bụng bự. Okay, so I'm gonna do my bowl. I like to blanch my bean sprouts, so I have a lot of bean sprouts in that. And they say to, when you scoop up the water, scoop it from where it's boiling so that you don't get all that fat. You see that fat's like on more on this side? This one doesn't have much fat, so you scoop it from there. And it goes directly into the bowl. Put it onto the meat so you can cook it. And
Okay, give it to Carter.
and I'm gonna grab myself an oxtail because why not? Grab myself an oxtail. And it helps cook the filet meat. That is a hearty bowl of pho, ready to be devoured. Yep, this is my bowl, guys, and I'm gonna squeeze in some lime to enhance the broth taste. Look at this, guys. This is deliciousness. He's bugging me. What's my baby hair going on here?
Mama, I can't share it too, Daddy.
Oh, yeah. Carter's singing while I'm eating.
Mommy singing, mommy singing, mommy eating.
Mommy eating.
I love you, Mama.
I love you.